Hi, my name is Peter Fletcher. I own Wrexham Power Tool Services. We've been going for now 28 years. We started originally with just doing power tool repairs and have extended into supplying all sorts of power tools, all makes, and now engineering products as a vast range of goods that we now stock and sell. We were looking for a new accounts program because of some of the problems we were having with our current supplier, and we looked at various options in the marketplace. OGL, Sage, Updated and Merlin were the three that sort of came to mind straight away. So we inquired with other people in our business, the tools, fastenings business, and to see what they used. And one of our big suppliers, a company that well known to us, were using Merlin, and they'd fairly recently converted to Merlin. I think within the past probably couple of years, something like that. So they were a good person to actually contact, have a chat with. How did the transition go and what have you. They were very pleased with the situation, and so this was another factor in why we decided to go with Merlin. Having made several phone calls, they are very well known in the tools industry, and obviously their program is catered for that particular type of industry. And so another reason why they were the first choice as far as we're concerned. We were previously using Sage and having a few glitches and what have you with their systems. Didn't look as though it was going to manage to extend our business as we wanted to. We wanted more information on the products that we were selling and on our customers. One of the things that we were worried about was the implementation of Merlin into our business. Our fears were quickly alleviated. We had several visits from Merlin staff who then looked at our business and decided which areas would be best suited and how we were going to actually put Merlin into our own business. Several visits from Merlin representatives and individual Merlin staff who were specialising in certain areas, purchasing, sales, etc., would come and visit us, spend a day with us, go through all the problems that we may have, and that resulted in a program being put onto our computers, which was a training program. So we were able to, if you like, try the system without actually affecting any of our accounts, and find the little glitches and the problems we were having before we actually went live. Coming up to go live, the dates were fixed, and coming up to that, Merlin would come and spend a couple of days with us and go through all the particular bits and pieces that they needed to, as well as getting us to update our account so all the information that was coming across to Merlin was in the right format. This was a relatively easy job, and come the actual go live date, everything seemed to run pretty seamlessly. I ought to say that before we actually had the go live date, most of our members of staff went over to Merlin's offices for a day each, and they would be trained up on certain areas of the business and how their Merlin program would differ slightly from the one we were using. So come implementation, everything went very seamlessly. The Merlin program was adopted onto our computers. They came and spent, I think, 2 to probably 3 days with us to make sure everything was fine, and once we were happy with the system, they left us to it. I think the best feature of Merlin is the accessibility of information. From virtually one screen, we can go into a customer's information, we can find out what he's bought from us before, the price he's bought it from. It will also give us updates as far as new suppliers and costing information, all of which before was a real heartache to try and actually get it all together. So if we're doing a quotation for a customer, we can look at all the products he's had before. We can offer him new products which are probably more favourable in price and delivery, and all that is available virtually on one screen, whereas before we had to research and go through several screens to get that information. And so looking forward to the future. Our business is going from strength to strength at the moment, and especially on internet sales. We do quite a bit on eBay, and our internet site is making quite reasonable sales as well. We are aware that there is an integration from Merlin into with eBay, and that is probably one of the ways we are going to expand in the future. We would certainly recommend Merlin. Our experience so far has been very good. Yes, we've only been running it for 9 months, but those are the worst 9 months usually of any program, where you're trying to adapt your company and adapt your techniques to use a new program. And so far we found them an excellent company to deal with, very helpful, not lacking in the backup service, which is the most important part.